Alright. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. It's the SLNA Grand Finals. We've got Dark in the bottom left side of the map representing Talon Esports. He's coming fresh off of a GSL victory. And wouldn't it be crazy if he was going to become a world champion again? It's just occurring to me. But first of all, let's introduce the player that he's playing against. It's BYUN up here for Shopify Rebellion, who appears to be skipping the barracks, going for a command center first. Alright. These two are usually neck and neck at 50-50 in the win rate. But like I said, Dark's coming off the momentum of winning that tournament. By the way, I just found out someone said, are you saying meme-mentum? You say momentum funny. And apparently some people in America say momentum. You guys say he has a lot of momentum building up. And I never even realized you guys say that. But that's a crazy new one now, where I'm like, oh, I've never ever thought about how I say that word. But as usual, I get this in the YouTube comments. I always, like, every day there's a new one. You guys are like, what? You say that word wrong. And I'm like, huh? And I Google it and I'm like, oh no, this is yet another word I didn't realize had different British and American pronunciation. You know, I won't even realize, you know, I'll hear you guys say, I know exactly what you mean. I just hear it as, oh, that's just your accent. But it is funny. I guess Americans, you're a bit more, you know, within a culture that's a lot bigger. So you kind of go, oh, you're saying the word wrong. Whereas we are a bit more inundated with your culture. So we go, oh yeah, that's just how Americans speak. They speak funny. It's kind of odd. Anyways, let's talk about the games. Dark is on a roll. He's been smashing it. GSL victory is awesome. If he could become a world champion again, because remember the last time he won 4-0 Rainer, Grand Finals 2019. Cyril was meant to get back-to-back. Rainer barely beat him in that final game. Cyril was nowhere near as good a flexible player back then. He had a very limited skill set, which is crazy to say because Cyril was a world champion, and I think everyone agrees he would have probably beat Dark in the finals. But he ended up losing to Rainer in a close game 5 where he kind of dropped the ball. Dark toyed with Rainer. That was a very young Rainer. That was, you know, Rainer was still pretty fresh into the competition. He was only, I think he turned 17 a few months earlier. Like he was a little baby at that point. It was a great run for Rainer nonetheless, but Dark got denied back in 2016 by BYUN. That's obviously the big match we should talk about always. A lot of people say it's because Tanky Vax. It was early Legacy. First Legacy of the Void BlizzCon World Championship. You could pick up tanks and drop them in siege mode with your Metavax. Your Reapers were more powerful. The grenades did 10 damage rather than 5. You could throw them more frequently. BYUN's micro was out of this world as it's always been. The maps were smaller, which was better for Terran. Ultralisks had an insane amount of armor. They had more armor, and Marauders were very weak. But it was a different time, and essentially, it was all about could Zerg survive to Ultralisks? Because if they could, it was very hard for Terran, but surviving there was so frigging hard. And Dark made that an incredibly close series. But since then, they've fought a lot, and as much as I think Dark is maybe slightly favored, but honestly, I wouldn't bet on it. It's so close to 50-50 in my mind. If they're playing on a stage, I'd bet on Dark every time. Without cameras on, playing at home an online tournament like this for $400, BYUN is going to be bringing out his A-game. Like, BYUN, I think, actually probably has a higher than 50% chance win rate when he's playing online. But he's playing so much worse when he's at LAN tournaments because he gets nervous, he tenses up, his wrist pain kicks in like crazy. You can often see him calling for pauses, clutching his wrists in pain. His hands get numb when he's playing as well, so clearly there's nerve impingement that happens as well. Man needs some yoga classes and some deep breathing meditation exercises. That's 100% what I would recommend. Obviously, it's been to multiple hospitals, doctors, and various different people to look at it, and they've all said, nope, we can't find any physiological cause of what you're doing. Like, what's happening here? Where is this inflammation? Where is this impingement of the nerve? What's going on? But when he plays online, there's no cameras on him. He brings his A-game. Now, Command Center first. Third CC floats down. Barracks. Wait, is he going Viking into Banshee? What is this? Viking into Cloaked Banshee. Did Dark see the swap? He didn't see the swap. I mean, I guess the starport was here, so he did see it at least lift off. So he maybe knows that Banshee's coming. Yeah, and he's going to play safe anyway, building a couple of Spore Crawlers, one in each base. Not bad. We're going to get another one? Ooh. Can the Queen? Oh yeah, actually that Viking, it's kind of hard to tell when it's hovering, but that Viking was out of range of the Queen by just 1 or 2 spaces. But double Overlord kill. Nice start for BYUN. BYUN's work account doesn't look amazing, as he does have a bit of a supply block on 69. 45 workers. Dark on 56. And Dark's going to go for the quick double upgrade. Started his Evo chambers before 5 minutes. Whilst he's behind about 25-30 seconds on the upgrades, that's pretty small gap compared to what we're used to in this matchup. Fourth base on the blue on the right. This is a conservative fourth, and he's got the dangerous fifth base. This is a trap, this fifth base. I think it sucks. I like the way BYUN's expanding, because I think the gold base is not bad. But if you expand to the left, the gold is kind of out on its own. But if you take this third, then you can kind of put a tank there, put a tank there, put a tank there. You can kind of spread forwards from the gold and take this ridge out front, take the watchtower, and you just have so much map vision and control at that point. It's very hard for Zerg to get anything done. The single Zergling harass comes in. Good micro by BYUN, saves that. Nicely done. She's going to try and pick off some creep on the left side of the map. Oh no, they just go past. All right, what are we going to get? 2 queens and a spore are already nothing. They're just going to have to back off. And the Hellions are going to come in, clear a bit of that creep, slow things down. Now, this is going to be interesting because... Ooh, okay. I was going to say clearing your push path is very important on this map. You don't want to let the Zerg kind of control the middle because then they can start doing counterattacks. But check this out. We've already got 5 barracks, 1 factory, medevac, vehicle weapons very early. Wow, that's an odd choice. Don't see that. But this is what I was wanting to talk about. The fast 8 barracks and a 5th gas. Interesting. So 5th gas... The thing is, his 2-2 hasn't started. Remember, his upgrade lead, it's disappearing every second that goes by. So a window where you have 2-2, Zerg has 1-1 is often where Terran wants to force the fight. Doesn't feel like he's going to have a chance to do that. As the upgrades are going to catch up. Hellions go in, focus down, 2 or 3 drones. Not bad. Loses a Hellion or 2, though. Can he get a queen? Nice transfuses. Dark's been really good on the transfuses. He's got 1 more available there. Oh, he misclicks. Dark just misclicked on that top left queen. Could have saved that. Loses a queen. Oh my god, no add-ons? Okay, BYUN's crazy, guys. Now, the 2-2 ends up starting at the exact same time as +2 armor. BYUN does remember +2 attack, but a few seconds late. He's building Marines right now. It is an all-in. It's an 8 racks all-in. 61 workers against 78. Dark, does he realize what's happening? I think so. He's sending a massive link counterattack around the left. Baneling's on the right side. Gonna come in. He's trying to catch BYUN off guard, but BYUN, nice defense, pulls the SCVs away. Only loses a couple of SCVs. That depot does get repaired as well as the links. Swing around the left side, but BYUN's ready for it. BYUN deflecting this nicely, but it's buying time for very minimal cost. Dark is up 20 workers. He's got 2-2. He's got his Hydra upgrades both queued up. He's trying to get about 10 Hydras to reinforce his army. Combined with the 2-2 upgrades and everything else, that's going to really be very good. And I think BYUN has to shove through this narrow middle area. Deny the gold. That's a given, though. The gold... Dark was never expecting to defend the gold base this game. Marines are ready for it. Nice defense for BYUN. BYUN's Marine production's dried up, guys. BYUN's mis-macroing right now. He's only building 3 Marines. You need to be ahead in supply. He's actually down in army supply. He's not building Marines consistently right now. BYUN seems a little bit thrown off by these counterattacks. He's distracted. Dark goes for it. He dives in forwards. He's going for a big surround, gets the front Marines, and then just pulls back. Good choice. You don't need to fight out here as Dark. He's better off waiting for upgrades, waiting for the Hydras to come in here, and all that sort of stuff. Still only 9 Marines building at a time. Finally, we're back up to 12. Remember, it should always be 12 Marines and a tank building at every moment. He's making +2 vehicle weapons. Why is he making +2 vehicle weapons? He's all in. Why is he making +2 vehicle weapons with no 4th command center on 58 workers, guys? I don't know. He's only building 9 Marines at a time. Finally, another tank starts up. He's only built 3 tanks this game, despite making +2 vehicle weapons, which makes no sense. I've got to be critical of BYUN right now. He hasn't done any impactful damage. Dark's maxing out on Massling Bane now. I mean, Dark loses a few overlords, so he's slightly supply blocked, but I don't know, man. If you're ahead in army supply significantly, you can smash his Terran. But being down and having a lot of Marine tank at home because he's worried about counterattacks, he's going to shove on creep right now with a much smaller army on the front. This is a crazy move. The Link flank is set up on the right side. The Link Bane is there. Dark goes in. He goes out. He's waiting. He wants 2-2. 2-2 is kicking in 2 seconds. He goes in, and 2-2 is kicked in for him. +2 attack, not done for BYUN. BYUN is forced to pick up and get the hell out of dodge, but that was a crushing defeat. He also doesn't have space in the medevacs to save the tanks. Oh no, his Marines are getting outgunned. These Marines are going to try to unload on the high ground. The Linkbane Hydra is hot on his tail. BYUN is getting rolled over here. Dark with a decisive set of counterattacks, buying himself time, never overcommitting to a fight. And even though those Banelings mostly don't connect, it's enough. He clears the base, 16 workers. BYUN was already all in on 3 base. I can't imagine why you'd make any vehicle weapon upgrades if you're doing a 3 base all in. Let alone not having enough money to build siege tanks and Marines because you're busy making that upgrade and maybe overbuilding medevacs as well. He's got 6 medevacs left. He's lost 2 of them. Medevacs are probably one of the less important parts of this build. Having more Marine tank is always key. Marines coming forward. I mean, this is just, he's desperate, but there's way too much stuff. Dark can just overwhelm. Kills the tank, pulls back. Dark being very patient right now. Look at the income. I was going to say 600 minerals a minute, more like 1,000. Damn. I mean, it all depends when mules are dropping, right? 4 mules are dropped. Terran's still behind in the income despite that. Remember that in base? Those gold minerals mining out. One of them's already gone, the other two getting low. Dark has a 30 army supply lead. He has equal upgrades. Hives on the way as well as +1 range. BYUN sets up another tank, but this does not look like confident play for BYUN. The GSL champ inspiring fear in his opponents and maybe getting a few more mistakes out of BYUN than we're used to seeing. Remember, over hundreds of series, they usually are 50-50. It's a very even matchup normally, but this game one, it's looking dominant for Dark. And you know what's really cool? For a while there, I was saying Dark can't play Ling Bane, but he's been getting away with Ling Bane opening so much recently, and I think it's doing wonders for his confidence in this matchup. Massive surround comes in here. That tank gets flanked by Zerglings on the top. The Hydraling on the south, it looks like it's getting overwhelmed, but that just lures the Marines on creep. The Ling Bane surrounds and Dark crushes game one. All right, well, I imagine that was his opponent's map pick. So winning post-youth, a very good start for Dark. Now going on to Alcy on a very standard map. And one we're going to see... Oh, okay, this is very common on this map. This is going to be the Reaper. And he's also going to go... Where's he going? Let's check out that indicator. He's going to build the second barracks proxied over here. So we're going to see 2 racks Reaper. One of the barracks closer, though, which means he can deny the third from ever getting down. Force Dark to take the other third base, and generally just bounce around with those Reapers being a big old nuisance. Get some momentum, throw Dark off his opening. Now you notice he does slow down building SCVs there, because this is double 15 barracks. So it's 15 barracks, 15 gas, 15 second barracks, and only then does he resume SCVs. It's a big economic hit you take to pull this build order off, but there are big rewards in the momentum. And the momentum. I'm going to start saying it like that. That's how friendly I am to my massively international audience. Gas and pool does come down. Momentum. Second depot does come down as well. Orbital on 19. Normally you make the orbital on 20 after the Reaper starts. So you're only 1 SCV behind. It's not like it's a massive delay from a normal build, right? 1 SCV. I mean, you lose a lot of mining on this guy as well because he's running around the map. But I guess he should get home just in time to build the command center. This is not a 3-rack Reaper. It's not a huge commitment. Dark, look at his scouting pattern, guys. He scouted around here for proxy barracks. He stopped just shy of it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Because he was really looking for exactly this sort of build, and BYUN seems to have picked his placement very nicely. It's actually really important to watch like videos of your Zerg opponents if you like proxying as a Terran. Check the Overlord paths and try to identify, oh, last 5 games in a row, he always only went to this point. So I'm just going to put it just outside of that vision. And there's a lot of like studying your opponents and stuff, and that's why sometimes you'll see players randomize it. Oh, sorry guys, the drone actually managed to get to the extractor. Normally the Reaper can block that, but in this case it wasn't able to. Reaper's getting himself a few Zerglings already. Not bad micro by BYUN. Good grenades. Oh, he's killing so many. Already 4 Zerglings have gone down. Oh, don't lose your Reaper, though. Don't lose your Reaper, mate. We know there's a queen out. Oh, drone. Went a bit too close to the sun there. Does get taken down. The Reaper. 1 life. Oh, my lord. That regen ticked over just barely to keep him up. 4 Reapers are out. Do we have a 5th? No. Gonna go for factory. Barracks is going to float at home, and probably a 3rd command center as we're almost at 400 minerals. Lots of Zerglings. Now, to be fair, Dark's economy is kind of poopy, guys. He's already lost 4 Zerglings. He's built 10 Zerglings, 3 queens, and really fast link speed. And the base gets cancelled. This is a bad opening for Dark. This feels like BYUN's gotten all the value he needed out of this. He's delayed the creep massively. And remember, often against these proxy barracks builds, 15-15 build, saturated, 310, sometimes 315 at the latest. Right now, it's 335. We have 6 workers on the natural, finally up to 11. That's a little bit slower than we'd like. Dark fans not too happy about the early game, and it's good because game 1 was such a walloping with BYUN. His play did not make sense. Sometimes with an 8 racks, you won't even start 2-2. The fact that he started +1 vehicle weapons was weird. +2 vehicle weapons on 3 base with no worker production, not even constantly building tanks, was bizarre. Like, I have no explanation for what BYUN was doing other than he was just a bit excited in game 1. And he's going to slow down, calm things down, and do a much better build order, it seems, to start things off here in this game. I also like this. Look at that, guys. You might be thinking, oh, he's getting supply blocked. But look, the command center is about to finish right on 46 out of 46. And the SCVs never stopped building. That is beautiful. That is lining up a build just right. Couple more Hellions on the way. 1-1 and Stim. If he builds a lot of Hellions, it might be worth going Armory. The Armory kind of held that Marine push is a good way to pressure. If you do that, he needs a Starport pretty soon, though, because you need to swap the Starport over and bring 2 Medevacs with it. I think that normally hits pre-combat shields. I think the idea is you just go Stim 1-1, Medevacs. Hellbats are there for tanking, so you don't really need it. There we go. Yeah, Starport ready for the swappy swap. So he could go 8 Hellbats if he really wants to commit to this, or he could swap away from it. But the fact that he's going Stim Marines off 2 barracks and still building Hellions tells me he's got that one in mind. Now, Dark sometimes shuts this down by just expecting it because it's so common off this opening and just going 12 Queens. He's a little supply blocked right now with Dark. I say a little, he's got 9 Idle Lava and he's still supply blocked for like another 7 seconds. It's a really bad supply block on 74. He's building Spores. Unfortunate for him. Remember, those safety Spores saved him from the Banshees last game. This time, no Banshees at all. But Dark has no vision, so he really doesn't know what's going on out there. Reaper Alien just poking around, not finding anything. All he saw was the 3rd command center. So he has no idea this is the case. And there we go, guys. Starport swapping over for the Medevacs. Armory is halfway finished. These Medevacs will boost forward. And like I said, there's no room for combat shields. You're only going to have Stim. But having 1-1 Marines with Stim and a bunch of Hellbats in front, Lings are nearly worthless against that. Your Lings want to kind of surround and come in a giant arc so the Hellbats don't do damage. You want a massive amount of Queens in a giant arc, but we've only got 9 Queens. I don't think that's enough. Not against 4 Reapers, 13 Marines, 6 Hellbats. Where's the Baneling Nest? Dark has been so greedy on the droning here. He's got 31 drones on his 3rd right now. He's trying to send it back and take the casters. He doesn't have a Baneling Nest. He's trying to go double upgrades before splash damage yet again, or Roaches would also keep him alive here. He's building Zerglings. He has no idea. He has no idea about this army. The Hellions coming in from the top left. They're going to join up with us. The Armory is done right now. This is a very real problem for Dark. He's got 9 Queens, 27 Zerglings. Is he bringing his Queens to the front? He's doing an inject right now. Those Queens need to get back to the front right now, man. Yeah, he's shift-clicked them to the front. They inject. They come back to the front. The Lings need to flank. He needs to flank. The Hellbats roasting. They're roasting and toasting those Zerglings. Okay, they do get a nice flank on the back, but it doesn't matter. The Marine firepower is amazing. Dude, the Stims coming in big. The second Stim comes in. Yes, the Medevacs go down, but at what cost? There's a ball of Marine Hellbat. You've lost every Queen. You've got no Zerglings, no Baneling Nest, and that is just a straight up nice opening tempo pressure. Dark did get supply blocked pretty badly, but most importantly of all, he was just being so greedy. I mean, did he have the Baneling at all? Baneling Nest? Oh my gosh, it was only like halfway done. Not even when the push started, it had just started. Dark's exceptional greed does get punished in game 2. That's unfortunate for Dark. I think that's a pretty good map for him. But hey, he won post-youth, so losing the map that isn't as good for him wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the fact that he's going into Dynasty. And this map, as a Zerg player, you know, that's my strongest. I've done the most try-hard ladder sessions and tournament runs with Zerg recently. This map scares the heck out of me. I mean, this gold base, you can't get it up against Terran. So as a Zerg, you have to go natural there. Dark and Raynor have both tried this a few times with limited success. 3rd base out here, and then the 4th base down here. Problem is, this 4th base with the Rich Gas, it's worth a lot, but it doesn't start kicking into like 6.5, 7 minutes, at which point Terran's already got Marine Tank on the front. They can often pick up, drop on the other side of the gold minerals as well, or your Roach Ravager, because usually you have to go Roach Ravager. Defending this base with Lingbane's a nightmare. It can't get back there to defend. It's such a problem. Meanwhile, BYUN's like, lol, command center first, free gold base. Awesome. You can defend this with a couple Marines, a single siege tank. You can get a Banshee as the most common one. It's just not worth investing in early Roaches to maybe deny some mining if your opponent's super greedy and doesn't build Banshees. So I feel like this is just a great start for BYUN. It gives him a big advantage. What he does with that advantage, though, remains to be seen. It was Raynor and BYUN, I think, played this map, right? I think that was the first one I cast of a Terran getting to play this map against Zerg recently in a best of 3. And that was the one where Raynor, it felt like, actually stopped his aggression. But then he counterattacked a little bit too hard in the middle of the map, and BYUN just barely overwhelmed him and hit that kind of break point where the Marines were killing the roaches so quickly and the Marines couldn't get through the medevac healing. And in small fights, bio against roach, medevacs become a real problem for the low damage of the roaches. And we kind of saw that in that scenario, and BYUN barely managed to overwhelm him. But it looked promising. Like, you know, the fact that a Zerg opening with a very standard base setup can compete with a Terran who's got an early gold, that to me was kind of shocking. Now, I don't know why he's not walling off, guys. Why would you not wall off here? Maybe trying to pretend he was doing a proxy barracks to scare him? Maybe thinking like 3x Reaper over here or something, jumping up the back door? But he shows it now. Dark so far is moving out with just 4 Zerglings early on. Oh, you don't want to get spotted by the Reaper, bro. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. BYUN. Wake up, bro. BYUN. He didn't see it. I guarantee you he didn't see that. He should have turned around. He doesn't have a wall off. He has no units at home. BYUN. Oh, no. BYUN, what are we doing? He's chucking a pig. I guarantee there's like an 80% chance if it's me that I won't see those Zerglings when I'm playing. That's just normal. For BYUN, that is highly abnormal. The Reaper's now coming home. Oh, that was so fortunate that he happened to see that, but doesn't take advantage of the information. And now, oh my gosh, already an SCV goes down. He's going to lose the one on the starport as well. He's not pulling that guy, going after the one in the mineral line as well. One died on the starport, one died in the mineral line. He gets another in the mineral line. Don't tell me he's going to get one more nice pullback for BYUN, but it's not enough. 5 workers for what is this? A couple Zerglings? 6 Zerglings? I thought it was only 4. Maybe the Reaper already killed 2 on the other side of the map or something. No, it was 6. I guess it was 6 Zerglings running. Still, that's such a good trade. That's such a disruption to BYUN's build order. Talk about starting with a bit of momentum. The Roach Warren's on the way now. Damn it! I'm actually trolling myself by saying it like that now. I'm actually trolling myself. One of my favorite words is just being ruined. Shout out to you, YouTube comment section. Shout out to you. No, just kidding, guys. Always fun to learn about the different way we speak, you know? Apparently, I was watching... any of you guys watch linguistics videos? Yeah, I don't know what the YouTube algorithm does, but somehow been watching that. Is it Dr. Lindsay or whatever his name is? Yeah, I think it was one of his videos. He's talking about how like Appalachian is actually like really similar vocally to like Old English. It's like the closest English we have to like what people would have sounded like in England in the 16th century, essentially. You're just like, huh. Wait. 6 roaches? What is this? What is this? What is this? Dark? You cheeky bugger, what are you doing? He's going to go for the really fast. He loves rushing this gold. He's going to sneak a single roach. This is the distraction. This is the, oh, I'm totally trying to pressure your front. So this lures the Banshee down south. And then in comes the single guy. Oh, this is annoying. Because any mining you deny here is huge. I don't really like that response from BYUN. I feel like just pull back individual weak guys is okay. I probably would pull them all away, but yeah, he loses a few seconds of mining, which might not seem like a lot, but it does matter. Normally, you don't have to pull your third base because a single roach walks up to it, you know? All right, the Hellions are there. 3 barracks coming down, double engineering bay in the back. 4th and 5th barracks goes down as well. Dark, 60 drones. He's got a solid 3 gas setup. He's building a lot of Roach Ravager. No Ling speed yet. Just Roaches for now, but they'll become Ravagers, of course. Double Evo Chamber goes down at 535 up against the double upgrades just starting for BYUN. That's acceptable. You're meant to usually be behind in upgrades as the Zerg because, hey, you're focusing on droning up that early 3rd worker line you've got access to, trying to secure that 4th base. Now, one mistake Dark often makes on this map that I've been critical of is this gas should have started by the time the hatchery is about halfway done, and then you should already be sending 3 drones to it anytime in the next 10 seconds, so that the moment it's finished, you can get the double gas mining. This is worth 2 gases. So rather than getting these 2 gases mining, which he's just started, it's just rush that gas. You know, or you're probably going to need more anyway, because we're going Infestation Pit, so he's going to play what I imagine would be fast lurkers. I mean, yeah, Roach Hydra Lurker. Maybe get a few Vipers up for tanks. That could be a very good style. Roach is out here, does finally get spotted. I think he's made this pull twice at this point, this worker line. Can he get one? No, the Banshees do shut that down. Hellions coming across the map as well. Hydra Den does go down. So yeah, he's just going to play Roach Lurker. I like this style because Lurkers can siege here. You can try to run in on the backside. There's just a lot of choke points, high grounds, And lurkers kind of operate like siege tanks. Anytime there's a lot of interesting terrain features, long-range siege units, disruptors, tanks, lurkers are going to do very, very well. Hive has already started up here before the 7-minute mark. And remember, BYUN's had a bad start. He's lost mining time. He's lost 5 workers for just 2 roaches. Dark is supply blocked on 128, but he's building a lot of overlords. His roaches are clearing up these Hellions. Does he lose creep spread? A little bit, but he can replace it. Right? Immediately replaces it there. He's already replaced it in the bottom. The overlord on the high ground does get picked off. 4th command center goes down now at 7 minutes for BYUN. So 5 barracks into the command center. Armory's going to finish up soon. You can see that's almost done. So 2-2 should be able to maintain the upgrade advantage. The scary thing here is, do you try to break Dark before the lurkers are on the map, or do you just harass and chill and play late game? Because once the lurker Viper hits, if you're just on Marine tank, it gets kind of awkward. But he's going to go for the dive pass. We were talking about this move earlier. Good pull away on the drones. This is where it gets quite annoying, but the Hydras are so early. Those Hydras, if they can snipe the medevacs, this will be big. Oh, he's got to focus the Hydras, otherwise he can't get out. He gets 1, 2, 3, gets 4 Hydras without losing the medevac. That is insane. He's going to lose it on the way out, though. Single Hydra there to intercept, but no, Dark does not micro that correctly. Doesn't have muscular augments yet either. And both medevacs get out. He only loses, what is that? 4 + 5, 9 Marines? It's not too bad. Second factory's on the way. Vehicle weapon upgrades coming in. 2-2's making. It does look like BYUN's happy to play a longer game, but he's unsieging and moving out, so maybe he wants to start getting some forwards pressure. I wouldn't mind him setting up like a tank there, and then just trying to like basically clear creep, put on some pressure, but I don't want to really see him push on creep because Dark has a massive army. And in fact, guys, where's the Lurker Den? Where is the Lurker Den? He's making Ling speed, but no Lurker Den. It's just a mass Roach Hydra Ling army. It's a mass... He knew BYUN was going to be aggressive. BYUN's stepping into a trap right now. BYUN is stepping into a trap right now. Oh no, the tanks get flanked from the north. He thought he would catch Dark in the middle of morphing lurkers. He sensed, I know what style you're playing. You're going to be going lurkers. Now's the time to push. Dark's like, mate, I never even planned to make the lurkers. I knew you'd be aggressive. Rather than getting caught on the way to lurkers, I just went mass Roach Hydra, started mixing in a few Zerglings. He did delay his +2 carapace a bit, so he's quite far behind in upgrades, but at that moment it was 1-1 versus 1-1. That's all that matters. He gets massive damage done, shuts down the push, and now BYUN just has to try and survive. He's in like turtle survival mode. He's trying to build tanks. He can't have any gaps in the tank production. Giant attack incoming. The Lings are going to do a great job of tanking the siege tank shots. Banshees come in and kill 5 drones. But you can tell Dark setting up for a big, potentially finishing blow on the right. Blinding Cloud on the tank. Another one on the Marines. The Marines derping into the Zerglings right now. And a Duct comes in on the right side. Can he abduct the other siege tank? Yes, he can. Ravager, Hydra, Viper absolutely destroying. Third factory that he was trying to build does go down. BYUN is way too outsupplied right now. Dark had a great start. The Zergling run by looked really good. From there, the Roaches wasting mining time. The Banshees being kept on the defensive so they couldn't be aggressive. Dark secured his own gold base. Goes for a massive Roach, Hydra, Zergling, Viper army. Doesn't even bother with the lurkers. Something we almost never see. And it's this, you know, right when your opponent expects a certain thing, that's when doing something different becomes so powerful because they're taking things for granted. And it is within a meta where everyone does the same thing from the same position where Dark excels because he just adds that bit of special sauce and does something a little bit different. All right, up 2-1. Only one more game to finish it off. It's Oceanborn, though. I think we kind of think of this as a standard map. I remember the time when we thought of this as a rather cramped map where it was kind of scary because Terran pushes were very good. Also feels like the third base, you only have one good third because this other base out to the right is so distant, so awkward to go up this path to get there. And it's also not a good fourth base. You kind of have to take the fourth on the bottom. So you really need to try and get good control over the center, over this ridge, get that creep to the middle of the map so that you can control things. BYUN is going to go 2 racks Reaper by the looks of it. 16 racks, 16 gas, not cutting workers to do so. This is the economic 2 racks, as far as I can tell. Could be a marine opening, just a couple marines into a factory on the low ground, but that's very dangerous. Dark is going gas pool. This is looking a little bit like a therapy build. I doubt he would be doing that. The therapy build is an ancient build order right up. And I think Dark might have been one of the original Zergs, so I copied it off, actually. I think it was an early legacy. Because I remember, like, none of us really knew how to play the game, and I was like, look, if you're struggling with, like, all these weird things Protoss and Terran can do, just do a gas pool hatchery, get Ling speed, make a Roach Horn, deny scouting with Ling speed, and then just get him. I think it was 5 Roaches and a Ling Flood. Anyway, I doubt he's going to do that. Obviously, you can do later pushes with Ravager Ling. He's been loving those in the GSL finals against Maru. Lots of Ravager Ling busts. And they're pretty good against 2-ranks Reaper Wall-offs, but to do it that early would be kind of insane because BYUN, he's gonna scout everything with his Reapers, and he should have a good idea. So I imagine you pull off gas here at 100, start Ling speed. There we go, Ling speed starts up. I guess because the hatchery is not ready, he doesn't have anywhere to mine. So he's like, well, I might as well just keep mining minerals for now, or mining gas, I should say. No, he's actually doing the therapy build. 2016 called, they want their builds back, Dark. Oh my god, he's actually going to go for a Ravager Ling all in. And it's hard to defend because the low ground barracks are just so exposed. All your production's on that natural. Normally you can pull up to your main ramp to buy yourself time. But if you pull up to your main ramp in this situation, you lose all your production. Now, he sees the delayed hatchery. He's going to jump in the main. Can he see the gas? BYUN's vision. Gas. Sees a few Zerglings. I mean, he sees that there's a gas. I think he might have seen the drones mining. I really don't know. Third barracks coming up. That's going to keep him safe. Extra marine production. He's going to go straight for a reactor and a tech lab. Okay. I mean, the thing is, does he realize he tries to get back in the main? He still hasn't seen it, guys. The Queen and the Zerg is doing a really good job of deflecting. First 3 roaches on the way. First 3 roaches coming. There is a second Queen building. I remember the original therapy build only had 1 Queen. Here we go. Queen's coming forward right now. 6 roaches. Such a simple all-in. Dark's not even trying to hide it, guys. He's not even trying to hide it. He's just going to show it. He's just going to show it. The Reapers see it immediately. Bunkers already on the way. Concussive shells, more Marauders, and Marines. I think this is a really good setup. Yeah, you don't have time for an add-on. Just build Marines. Just build Marines BYUN. He's trying to micro with his Reapers right now. Did he lose one? No Reaper yet. But Marines are building. Okay, he needs to build extra bunkers. This is so clearly all in. You already know Ling speed is probably making... Actually, does he think... Maybe he didn't see Ling speed. If he doesn't know about Ling speed, he might not realize. He might think this is just a roach pressure. Oh my gosh, he does. Otherwise, he needs to pull SCVs, guys. He needs to pull all these SCVs to the front and start a second bunker. All he needs to do is survive. He's up 10 workers. He just needs to survive, and he needs enough Marines and Zerglings, Marines, Marauders, Zerglings, Reapers to kill the Zerglings. The Zerglings are where the damage is at. Notice how he's hidden it. Oh, Dark, masterminding this right now. He's not shown the Zerglings. BYUN has no idea. He's not pulled any SCVs. He thinks it's just a small roach pressure that he can defend with a few Marines and Marauders. Oh, he is so wrong. He thinks the third barracks is keeping him safe. He's got to focus the Zerglings. He can't be shooting roaches right now. Roaches are way too tanky. He's already wasted so much damage on these roaches. Oh, no. I mean, the Marauders do bonus to roaches, but you need to be killing the Zerglings because that's where the real damage is. These units trapped on the outside of the wall off. That is a disaster. More Marines and Marauders are coming in. The Reapers down the bottom trying to micro away. BYUN trying to micro away in 2 places at once. Those Reapers going to put up a valiant last stand with their grenades and their micro. Meanwhile, Ravagers busting through. The one Marauder and the Marine can't handle it. This one Reaper luring these Zerglings away, at least trying to buy some time. Marauder is there. The Marine goes down. 1 Marauder, 2 Marines, a pack of SCVs. The Roaches healing up as they morph into Ravagers. Ling's getting onto the front line. Absolutely delicious play by Dark. A vicious series. BYUN messed up game 1, and after that mistake, it felt like Dark was just running over him with a steam truck. Yes, he dropped the 1 game to the Hellbat timing, but this has been devastating. BYUN maybe waking up a little on the bad side of the bed, but I don't even know if you have to be that off in your play. I feel like if you're just a little slow to start, this is the version of Dark that just kills Terrans. And recently, he's been doing it in so many creative ways, and that's why he's finding so much success. He's just mixing in so many random, differently timed, cheesy attacks. This one, he didn't even really try to disguise it that hard in terms of the roaches, but he worked really hard on hiding the Zerglings. So he did sell a story, and that's one of Dark's specialties. GG, well played. Absolutely dominating quick, fast-paced finals this week. GG, well played.